talking about in a professional capacity. I didn't know
Yes,
how
yes,
to
yes. I
read the room,
understand.
right?
Right.
If I decide that I go and put on African wear to come to work today, or to transact my business, draw through town, wherever, in African garb, when is Indian arrival and I don't put on
Dear thing.
their thing,
Right.
could it be construed as racist? That's what I'm asking. And that is a very valid question to plenty people outside there.
Yes, baby Trump.
Hello, good day.
Hakuna Mutata, good morning, my brothers. How
Hakuna
are you all
Matata,
today?
yeah, morning.
All right, yeah. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. Yeah. Hey, so did they for the celebrations and stuff, was any African prince or anybody of significance was brought in for this year's commemorations and celebrations and stuff? You know?
No, I don't
I know
know.
last year, I know last year they had a guy, don't ask me, but yeah, they had a guy, one or two people, from the motherland was there and so on, and so I just wondered if this year was anything of significance, which I'm sure was the same thing last year too, but yeah. So all in going and join the procession tomorrow and so on, and
No, I will
honor
be.
and celebrate the ancestors.
No,
No?
I will be.
I don't
I
play
will
that.
be.
I
I
don't
will
play
be
that.
learning to ride a motorbike tomorrow.
we don't play that.
No, I will be learning to ride a motorbike tomorrow, brother. I ain't not going in
What?
position nothing. Yes, I have motorbike.
You not
Training
honor
tomorrow.
the motherland and the ancestors and them. We're going on a motorbike.
I
No.
honor my ancestors by getting educated, working hard, and raising productive, responsible, respectable children. That is how I honor my ancestors.
There you go. There you go. All right. Yeah, that's right. You're right. Well, look, fellas, enjoy. Oh, wait. It's not a long weekend. Today's Friday. Oh, shoot. Yeah, well, still enjoy,
All right, cool.
tomorrow. All right. Take it easy, guys.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Later.
then.
Bye.
And people, we have
Yeah.
to go to a quick break after X lands his plane. So land your plane.
No, okay. For instance, if tomorrow I front and center any parade, and my actions does not match my words, right? Could I be considered racist?
Some people might think you're a bigot. They wouldn't think you're racist. They'll think you're a bigot.
Point well taken. Next.
And with that, folks, we are going to a quick break and we'll be back shortly.
Get ready, get excited. The parish of Barataria invites you to our Harvest and Family Day on Sunday, August 2nd, 2026. Two communities, one vibrant parish. St. Teresa's RC Barataria and Our Lady of Perpetual Help El Socorro. We kick off the day with Holy Mass at 8:30 a.m. Then stick around for a day of food, family, entertainment, and endless fun. Try your luck at Hoopla, Punchboard, Bottle Stall, Balloon Dart, Pick a Pop, Tin Pan Alley, and much more. Come early. Breakfast available from 7:30 a.m. Grab your lunch tickets for just $60 while they last. And yes, hot, delicious palori, fries, wings, and hot dogs will also be on sale. Satisfy your sweet tooth with cakes, sweets, ice cream, and snow cones. Browse our plants, book stationery, toot bagay, and fun children activities like face painting and bouncy castle. Entertainment by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Band. Parang by Voces Jóvenes, and the sweet sounds of steel from Emmanuel Joseph. And don't miss the raffles and giveaways with lots of prizes to be won throughout the day. Follow us on Instagram at St. Teresa's RCTT for updates. Share and invite everyone you know. Sunday, August 2nd, the Parish of Barataria Harvest and Family Day. Don't miss it.
Dive into Java with a Samsung handset for just $129 on a Digicel My Choice plan. Get 40 gigabytes, a Samsung A06 or A07 for just $129, plus weekly chances to win only with Digicel Postpaid. More data, more Java, more wins. Visit your nearest Digicel store and sign up today.
This hurricane season, be prepared. A hurricane tip from the TTT Limited Media Network. During hurricane season, information can save lives. Rely on official updates from the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Service and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Management. Avoid spreading rumors or unverified social media reports. Keep a battery-powered radio available in case power or internet services are interrupted. Charge your mobile devices whenever a weather system threatens. The more informed you are, the better decisions you'll make for yourself and your family. This hurricane season, be prepared. That was a hurricane tip from the TTT Limited Media Network.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
This Emancipation Day, we invite you to experience history, not through books, but through people, performance, and storytelling. From change to celebration, on August 1st, experience the grand finale of the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. The journey begins at James Park from 5 p.m. as we parade through the streets of Scarborough, culminating at the Milford Road Esplanade. Be part of the journey. Be part of the celebration. Join us for the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026 Emancipation Day Parade.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours? Johnny, what's going on, boy? How your bill so low? How your bill so low? I'm conserving energy. I switch your LED. At the stun of the AC, and I'm saving real money. It's our responsibility for a brighter TNT. Cut the waste and you would see. Why everybody asking me? They asking how you been so low. How you been so low. TN Tech, powering the nation into the next generation.
This back-to-school season, let's make sure no child gets left behind. TTT Limited is hosting its annual back-to-school drive for the less fortunate, and we need your help. Drop off the following stationery at TTT Limited, 11A Marval Road, from Monday 13th July to Tuesday 1st September. We're collecting book bags, lunch bags, notebooks, copybooks, pencil cases, pens, pencils, water bottles, and sanitary items. Every item you donate puts a smile on a child's face and a pencil in their hand. TTT Back to School Drive, 11A Marval Road. Drop off today because every child deserves a fresh start. TTT, we're here for you.
Welcome to this morning's Playway Pick 2 and Pick 4 draw, supervised by independent auditors KPMG and presided over by the National Lotteries Control Board. Good luck, everyone.
Good morning and welcome to the NLCB's 10:30 a.m. draw for Friday, 31st July 2026. Let's begin with our Playway draw. This morning's winning Playway number is 29. The lucky mark is Opium Man. That number is 29, the lucky mark Opium Man. Keep your ticket. The Playway jackpot could still be yours. You don't need to win the mark to win the jackpot. We've loaded your favorite Megamix options, and the Playway Megamix upsize promotion gives you the chance to win even bigger payouts at no extra cost. Get $80 on the Mega Ball, $110 on the Mega Ultra, and $130 on the Mega Extreme Ball. Megamix options cost an additional $1 minimum. And now for our Megamix selection. The Mega Ball called. Players, Playway number 29, the lucky mark Opium Man has called with the Mega Ball. Congratulations, Mega winners. You've won the base payout and your Playway Upsize Mega winnings. Remember, you can upsize your winning streak with the Playway Megamix. Now for our Playway Jackpot draw. Once you play your mark with at least one Megamix option, you have a chance to win your share of the Playway jackpot. With each Megamix option played, you receive a set of 5 jackpot numbers. Match all 5 numbers in any order and win. The bigger your mega wager, the bigger share you win. This morning's Playway jackpot is $79,279.56. And the first number is 13. The second number is 2. The third is 6. The fourth number is 18. And the fifth and final number is 16. Repeating, this morning's Playway jackpot numbers in any order are 13, 2, 6, 18, and 16. Play now. Don't miss out on your chance to roll big with the Playway jackpot. Next, we'll draw this morning's winning pick 2 numbers. The first pick 2 number is 12. That's 12. And the second pick 2 number is 28. That's 28. This morning's pick 2 numbers are 12 and 28 in that order. Now for our pick 2 Mega to the Max promotion. Our machine is loaded with a Mega Ball and 2 white balls, and if a white ball calls, there'll be no extra payout. Once players wager a minimum of $5 on the Mega Ball, they can win the base prize of $2,000, plus the Mega to the Max prize of $6,000 if they match 2 numbers in the correct order. And we have the Mega Ball. Congratulations, you are a Mega to the Max winner. Pick 2 numbers, 12 and 28 in that order have called with the Mega Ball. You've won the base as well as the Pick 2 Mega to the Max prize. Now for our pick 4 numbers. The first pick 4 number is 5. That number again is 5. The second pick 4 number is 3. That number again is 3. The third pick 4 number is 7. That number again is 7. And the fourth and final pick 4 number is 5. That's 5. Repeating, this morning's winning pick 4 numbers are 5, 3, 7, and 5 in that order. Congratulations to all winners. In some online news, tomorrow's Lotto Plus jackpot has skyrocketed and is now an estimated $15 million. Take your game to the next level. Add the multiplier to your bet for just $5 and boost your chances of winning even more. Play today. A big shout out to yesterday's one lucky player who walked away with the entire Cashpot jackpot. They matched all 5 winning numbers at Mills Variety Store Limited, George Bailey Drive in Barataria, and won an incredible $155,896. Will you be our next big winner? Play now for your chance to hit the Cashpot jackpot. And congratulations to the lucky June winners of the Scratch Luxury Ride Second Chance promotion. Players got an exciting second chance to win amazing prizes, including gas and grocery vouchers, hampers, and BMW merchandise. Thanks for making this promotion a success, and look out for month 3's promotion winners. Continue to visit nlcbgames.com and turn your luck into luxury. Scratch, match, and win with Luxury Ride. Thank you for joining us, and do so again at 1 p.m. for another Playway, Pick 2, and Pick 4 draw.
All right, people, we're back inside, and this is off the record all the way until 12 noon. And we are at a point where, yeah, Yeah, so I was talking about the actual how to put it, emancipation and Indian wear and that kind of stuff, and celebrating the instances where I have to get adjusted to my professional capacity where that is concerned, because I'm supposed to be dressing in whatever holiday it is kind of thing. But I have this personal conviction that I don't want to dress in anything. I just want to be me. You know, that kind of way. I don't want the drama. I don't want the stigma. I don't want anything along those lines. I just go with the flow. You know. So, what is our senior boy?
Yeah, we call on
NCB Merchant Bank resigns.
Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Gentlemen, good morning.
Morning.
I would love to offer this as a contribution.
You wasn't hearing nobody.
Wait, I was hearing him.
You was hearing him?
Yeah.
I wasn't hearing him.
I was hearing him.
Nah, I wasn't hearing him.
We cut off the man, right?
Sorry about that, but I wasn't hearing you. I wasn't hearing him on my end.
I was hearing him on my end.
Nah, I wasn't hearing him.
Call back, please, caller.
Call back, caller.
Your contribution sounded urgent.
Yeah.
Hello,
caller, good morning.
Obvious what boy.
Right, go
I
ahead,
know
go ahead,
hearing
go
you. I wasn't hearing you before.
Go
Yeah.
So I wanted to start my contribution by something you just said in a response to a caller. You said that you have chosen to emancipate, rather to honor your ancestors by educating your children to be the best they can be, to be a good citizen, etc., etc. I want to commend you for that. I am very much aware of the intricate details in people's emotions as to how they process their heritage and so on. And of course, in no way at all would you want to diminish anybody's view of their past, the trauma they may have experienced because of the past, whether they experienced it directly, subliminally, or otherwise. So to the African community, or rather, I would like to say, to the African diasporic community, those who are ancestors of slaves and so on, my fellow citizens and brothers of the same mother, which is Trinidad, you know, may you all of you who are of like mind and conscious about the holiday and so on, may you have a great day tomorrow and may it fulfill your heart's desire. But I want to say this. The reason why the political parties are able to use race at different points in time is the same concept why a fisherman would be successful as a host for another man. They throw the bait where the fish is. And hold a second, please beg you, hold a second.
No, go ahead. Give your contribution. Yeah, they know a good chain of thought here. Oh, he told us, hold on a minute. Okay.
Hold on a minute. Is that right?
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, and I'm saying that they threw the bait where the fish is. And the politicians know, regardless of who they are, let's be real here now, whether it's the PNM, USC, people, whoever, regardless of who they are, they throw the bait where the fish is. And that's why, according to David Rudder, when it comes to party, and we don't talk politics, we set in any type. But when it comes to power, because that's what politics is really. Kroko kind of immortalized that in song by making it clear to all those who would listen that the African claim to any sort of supremacy in Trinidad is holding on to political power, which is a false concept. Because really, coming back to you, Obi, the concept should be emancipation for what it really is now. Emancipation is not limited to the condition that your great ancestors may have felt. If a person grew up in a home where his parents were not educated, he emancipates himself
by becoming educated,
enlighten himself. If your father was a farmer and you decide you want to honor your father by being a doctor, you emancipating yourself. If you are a shoemaker and you spend every last dollar you have for your daughter, your son, to go to law school or whatever might it be. You are emancipating your family. And so that's what I just want to say, that the concept of this emancipation and all of that, I think is misplaced and misunderstood because it really speaks to the individual's ability to see himself greater than his present circumstance, regardless of race. It has nothing to do with race, even though the concept was founded in that very difficult and terrible condition.
But not only that, caller, let me ask you something, right? And emancipation by extension means freedom?
Definitely. That's
right.
Actually, that's the divine word, yes.
So with me being free, it means that I now have access to things that I wasn't allowed to have because I was a slave, right? Am I correct?
Correct.
Good.
Correct.
So now, what I need to do to honor my ancestors who didn't have access to those things is to use the freedom to gain everything and benefit from everything that would have been given to me for being free.
And that's why I'm saying I applauded your words. But you see, there's something called the horse syndrome that we as a society has found ourselves in. Let me just see if I could briefly tell you what that is. I think Mr. X might know. But do you know, if you take a horse and day after day after day, you tie this horse, because let's say he's a little rabbit fella and he's excited, but you tie him on a tree, and eventually he gets accustomed to this bridle around his nose, his face, then you remove it from the tree and you put it on a plastic chair. He's still going to stand up there, though.
Yeah.
And then eventually you remove the chair completely and let's drop the belt on the ground, the rope on the ground. He is going to stay the same place. He's not going to go anywhere.
True.
Because he's been trained to believe that that's his will. That's all he could do. Then he could stay right there until the master comes to move him. And I'm simply saying to you, the politicians that use race to divide Trinidad understand that concept very well. So as much as I totally disagree with the statement made by the former Prime Minister that all Trinidadian people are stupid, and of course it's derogatory in its nature, if you understand the context in which he was saying it, he knows exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And that's
and they weren't smart enough to understand what you were saying. Okay then, caller. Thank you.
For my intervention. You have a good day. I'll listen.
Okay then, thanks, caller.
Yes.
Very interesting contribution there.
You know, when people talk, right? I listen to what they don't say, as opposed to what they did say, right? And there are so many points that he has touched on there.
Yeah, boy.
That I kind of half agree with some of the points, you know, because I really don't want to dismantle it now, to be honest.
Okay.
I really don't have the energy and I don't have the time to really dismantle it. But I understand what you're saying in terms of the emancipated mind and so on. But I will not be wearing any uniform tomorrow. Very simple. Because we have taken it. Watch it. People that say the way how we just operate, right? Go on a boat ride or go on a party kind of setting with African people, and what you would see big link gold chains. You would see
you beat my tate.
You would see slave bands.
You beat my tate.
You would see beerers on people's feet. You would see many of the and I don't know if anybody has ever done because I haven't read any book that speaks to that. But the nowadays African man, he doesn't know himself.
Nobody in wearing beads, eh?
But
nobody in wearing beads.
No, there's wear beads. There's wear big beads around the neck and all
No. Certain ones.
Well,
the majority of them is gold.
Well, yeah, but have those that wear them Congo beads and them kind of thing around the neck, right? And we keep going through this whole and I would say that they're taking off the shackles off your hand
And put it on your brain.
and put it in your brain.
Yep.
Right? And the neo-colonialism pieces that we are accustomed to are symbols of the past in a lot of instances. When you watch the slave boots with us, with the sandals and things with us coil around your foot and all kind of mad thing, we are products of the past, and we have remnants of slavery in our DNA. What we always do with land, especially black people, what we always do with land, land is associated with ridicule, disrespect, licks, all kind of mad thing, right? All the negatives. That's what we are accustomed to, right? And I don't know if it's a slavery thing. I don't know if anybody has ever done a thing to find out why the African man is the way that they are now, right? Because if you get together with a couple African to say, let me open my bank, somebody go thief the money and run. It is what it is.
Well, they did steal 3 cars in Mova from 3 people in Mova. Eh?
Well,
so you see what we talking about. We
so
fight
I don't want to deconstruct your argument, you know.
But do you think to a certain point it also has become commercialized?
Well, yeah, to a point, yeah. Remember, it's only about 4 years ago we leave out the Me Too, you know. Only about 4 years ago we leave out the Me Too. It had people walking around with Me Too.
Yeah.
Only about 4 years ago, everybody in Trinidad know. I remember a gangster I used to line with long time kind of thing. He pull out his phone and he say, well, I'm drop him a prestige with this Me Too kind of thing. I remember him telling me that because I had a Me Too and a normal phone. And I pull out and he say, well, drop him a prestige. You didn't see I have a Samsung. Them days Samsung now come out now, you know. And he say, well, you drop him a prestige. You know, I remember that statement in my head. But it was around, you know, certain people had smartphones. Smartphones only come out about 4 or 5 years ago. Just before the election last year, last 5 years, whatever. Smartphones only now come out where everybody have a smartphone and everybody's a journalist now. Everybody taking picture, they know about live video, they know about everything they know about now. Just about 4 years ago, we did not know all those things. Just the other day.
Yeah, but we
just
know.
about 2 or 3 years ago, Gemini and ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT 5, ChatGPT 6, ChatGPT 6, DeepSeek, all these different things only come up about 2 years ago. Let me say 2 years ago. Nothing said 5 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We started to talk about those elements of how we going forward. I have nations way ahead of us, a long time to it.
Yeah.
So, in terms of trying to understand if slavery, I believe slavery in our heads is what causing us to operate how we just operate, right? How we just think, how we gather, how we form gangs and all these different things. I believe slavery has something to do with that. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. Slavery should not have existed at all, but it did. You know what I mean? Down to the Bible and all talking about how you're owning slaves.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Mr. X.
Yes.
And that is Obi?
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, good day. I was already discussing about the emancipation. What I will contribute here this morning, it might be a bit controversial, but it's my opinion.
Yeah.
The original Trinidadians is Caribs and Arawaks. Everybody else living here came here at some point in the history in the past, including the Africans. We came here as slaves to the Spanish, to the English, and to the French. So for today, because of we are able to go to school and get education, and get degrees and big jobs and become public officials, high officials, we seem to disconnect ourselves from the African heritage. We are born to a race, and the race is part of a nation. Just like United States, you have Italian American, you have Chinese American, you have African American. It's not that they are not Americans, but they're born to a race in a nation. So there are different races that make up one nation. We in Trinidad and Tobago, we tend to distance ourselves from that because of our colonial past. And we try to keep up with the colonial living standards and other things that are associated to them to be accepted. Because take it for instance, you have a fellow named Vishnu Dan Paul. That's an entire Hindu name. But he will get a work anyway in any bank in Trinidad with his Hindu name. And if you have an African name like Alawi Olatunji, they don't want to employ you. Regardless of what is your qualifications. So we have to deal with this issue when we try to say that race is not a problem. It might be a problem publicly, but socially and on the ground, we have the race problem. Even in business, you have the race problem, right? So we, as a people, we came here as Africans. Yes, many, many, many years ago, centuries, but that doesn't change it genetically or biologically. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, okay. That's your view.
Very, very, very interesting take.
Again, what you didn't say.
Yeah, it's a very interesting take. I again, his opinion.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. Morning again. Yeah, I called you earlier on. Remember I told you about the 5 men sitting watching football in the bar and who is least likely to be hired and so on. Yeah, he just expounded on it a little more. Let me give you a next aspect of slavery and affecting us today that people don't take care. You see, lifestyle disease, or what is called lifestyle disease, a study was done on mainland Africans from most Ghana and the places that we supposedly come from over here and so on and things. And when they check out the diabetes and mental illness and different things, it is more prevalent. And they did a study on it, and it come down with the kind of diet we had, the food that was available to us, the crap that we end up making delicacies out of that affected our health in the Caribbean here. That is attributed to slavery. And not just that alone. Many of us are products of inbreeding. Remember, he used to take a buck, a young, strong one, and he has to go with his mother to make more for the slave master. There's a lot of atrocities he went in with his sister and them thing, and we coming down to the generations, them that genetics come down with us. There's a lot of things, you have to really research and appreciate it. It's not like, boy, forget about slavery and everything. You have to know where we come from to know why we are, how we are today. Thank you.
Okay, well, I personally don't agree with that to a certain extent, and this is why. And again, the statements where one caller might have said, well, based on your name, you didn't get the job. That doesn't only revolve around your name, That could revolve around your look. That could revolve around things you might have on your skin. That could from tattoos to different things. That could revolve around your attire, how you present yourself. That is a broad spectrum thing. And I believe that in most jobs, they would hire you based on your skill and your qualification. And for the other caller who was saying, well, the inbreeding and the this and that, I just tell people this. If you try to convince me that in 2026 you are still held back by things that would have happened in slavery, I don't believe that. That, again, but that is my view. I
Yeah,
think
but
the
is it
door
a-
is open for everybody.
Yeah, but is it a psychological touch? That is the issue. We all the elements of back then are what we practice today. A lot of the instances, but we have more freedom now. So we can walk on the same side with somebody. We can use the same toilet as somebody of a different race, wherever, right? But the psychological aspects is that how come you don't see a Chinese with a big sleeve band, right? How come you don't see him with, trying to bring all the brands and where? How come you don't see the Syrian with that? How come you don't see the Indian with that? Well, the Indian does do that sometimes, but generally, how come you don't see those things?
Hold on, we have a call on the WhatsApp. Caller, good morning.
Obi and Mr. X, good morning.
Good morning.
Can I ask a question? Do you think that the African brothers and sisters out there are afraid of their own identity or
Yes.
ashamed of their own identity?
Yes.
Well, in some
I
instances,
ask that
Some.
because-
Not all, but some.
Yeah, I ask that because a lot of these people here calling in and they're calling African brothers and my African sisters and all these kind of things. What names do they carry? Why are African people so ashamed to use the traditional African name?
Yeah.
Why they so afraid to wear the traditional African wear every day of the week? Why? Why is that?
And not only
And
that,
it's something
if you're going to go with the narrative of these things still affect us, and you were given Christian names, why don't go change it?
Exactly the point. And you're still at this point in time naming your kids with
Christian
traditional
names,
English
traditional names,
Why?
yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of these people are ashamed of their identity.
Or they could be
And that is
delusional
a
too.
bad thing. No, I am a East Indian, but I does appreciate when I see African people in the African way. You understand? I love to see a beautiful African woman in she African way. You understand? I love to see that. And I find they shouldn't be afraid to do all these things African, if you are truly African.
Yeah.
I would like you all to play a song called African Identity by Maestro. And let them listen to that song and see if it can sink into their head.
Yeah.
Mr. X, I don't know if you know that song.
no.
Play it and let it sink in for them.
Okay, then.
Cool.
Right? All right.
Well, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this is a deeper topic than I thought.
Yeah. Because you see his identity. Because you remember now when McConnell Dagger was pushing for the Black Power movement, what did Eric Williams say? They want to change all their name back to Kulumumu and Ulububu. Which and you remember you had one sect more pushing for African heritage. I see people for emancipation, and this is what I'm saying. We'll have one full African wear and a Jordan sneakers in the foot. Why you don't have on our sandals? Why you don't have on our slippers? So that is what I said. To me personally, they playing smart with chippiness. That's just me. Caller, good morning. We lost that one. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. X, and good morning to Obi.
Hey, look, Eric.
You
All
know,
things.
you're having a
Well,
very
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. We have the news at 11 o'clock, so.
Oh my God!
So you gotta call back after the news, right?
Well, I ain't see
gotta
the
call
guy
back
to read
after
the
the
news every
news,
chat.
alright?
Yeah. But that is just how my take on it. It to me it's somewhat commercialized and
Commercialized. I don't think that commercialized. I think that
it commercialized is something to sell kente cloth. to put money in a certain second society hands and pockets. That is how I see it. It's to sell kente cloth. We gotta make sure because let me be fair. Who has the license for kente cloth? If we so Africanized, who has the license to bring the kente cloth? But anyway, we have Stanley Augustus here with your 11 o'clock news.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Stanley Augustus. This is TTT News, topping the news at this time. The United States nominee to become their ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, Jennifer Johnson Carroll, has raised concerns about this country's continuing crime crisis. Speaking during her confirmation hearing on Thursday before the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Ms. Johnson Carroll said the repeated states of emergency signal the seriousness of this country's security challenge. Ms. Johnson Carroll also identified border security and TNT's declining energy production as key issues that could shape the U.S. Trinidad and Tobago relationship. The U.S.'s nominee for ambassador to TNT was born in Port of Spain and has served in the U.S. military. Her nomination to the post must now advance to a vote by the full Senate. The Ministry of People, Social Development and Family Services is advising the public that effective August 1, 2026, all individuals approved as new beneficiaries of the Senior Citizens Pension, Public Assistance Grant, General Assistance Grant and Disability Assistance Grant will access their social welfare payments through their personal bank accounts via direct deposit. This transition is part of the ministry's efforts to modernize social service delivery, improve the overall efficiency of the grant payments, and enhance the security and protection of recipients' benefits. The Public Transport Service Corporation will be operating a limited bus service on Emancipation Day, Saturday, August 1, 2026. A social media post from the corporation indicated that the service between Port of Spain and Arima, Chaguaramas, Chaguanas, Piarco, San Fernando, and Point Fortin will operate from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The service will run every 2 hours from the respective locations to the destination. In Tobago, the buses will operate on the same schedule between Scarborough and Black Rock and between Scarborough and Crown Point. The fare schedule for the bus service are available on PTSE's social media pages. Eddie Howe has stepped down as Newcastle United manager just 4 weeks before the new English Premier League season begins. The 48-year-old leaves with immediate effect after nearly 5 years in charge, a tenure highlighted by guiding Newcastle to their first major domestic trophy in 70 years with the 2025 League Cup and securing Champions League qualification in 2023 and 2025. His departure follows discussions with the club's hierarchy over the past 48 hours, with several outlets reporting Howe's desire to take a break from management. The exit comes after a disappointing campaign in which Newcastle finished 12th in the Premier League, suffering 17 defeats. His final game was a 4-1 pre-season loss to Bristol City on Wednesday. To the weather now, partly cloudy periods with a few showers. There is a medium chance of the isolated heavy shower or thunderstorm favoring western and hilly areas. There's a mild concentration of Saharan dust in the atmosphere. Tonight will be mostly fair despite the isolated shower. Seas are slight to moderate with waves up to 2.5 meters in open waters and they're 1 meter in sheltered areas. And that was your TTT News Update. I'm Stanley Augustus. Enjoy the rest of your morning.
But Johnny, how come your house is twice the size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours? Johnny, what going on, boy? How your bill so low? How your bill so low? I conserving energy, I switch your LED, at the stun of the AC, and I'm saving real money. It's our responsibility for a brighter TNT. Cut the waste and you would see. Why everybody asking me? They asking how you been so low? How you been so low? TN Tech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Every village has a story. Every tradition has a voice. This July 16th to August 1st, discover them all at the 2026 Tobago Heritage Festival. This year's theme, Let We Tell the Whole Story, invites you to experience the customs, resilience, and rich cultural legacy that continue to define Tobago. Join us for unforgettable performances, village celebrations, and authentic cultural experiences across the island. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for event details.
The plays that shake the arenas. The stories that move a nation.
Are we in for a super over? I've got to go quick. I've got to go quick.
From football to cricket, track to tennis, every win, every rivalry, every headline. This is where Trinidad and Tobago come for sports.
TTT Sports with Nasira Mohammed, daily at 7 p.m.
Your stories, your communities, your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens. Because your world can't wait. Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Looking for more entertainment? This Java, switch to a Digicel fiber and get the new Omni TV plans with Disney Plus included. Enjoy 20% off for 6 months when you sign up today. That's more speed, more entertainment for the whole family. Less on your bill. Visit the nearest Digicel store and switch today.
You're listening to Talk City 91.1 FM's Emancipation Day feature.
Throughout Emancipation celebrations in Trinidad and Tobago, the sound of the drum remains a powerful symbol of African identity and resilience. For generations, drumming has been used to communicate, celebrate, worship, and preserve cultural traditions. During emancipation activities, the rhythms of African drums can be heard as processions, cultural performances, and ceremonial gatherings across the country. These rhythms connect present generations with their ancestors and serve as a reminder that despite centuries of hardship, African cultural traditions survived and continue to thrive in Trinidad and Tobago today.
This Emancipation Day feature was brought to you by Talk City 91.1 FM, the heartbeat of the nation.
We were born to rise again. Rise again. Rise again. Nothing holds us down again.
All right, people, we're back inside and you're live and off the record. We're going up to the 12 noon hour. Yeah, man. Where the sun is shining bright and directly overhead. Yeah, I always wanted to say that too. Yeah, the sun is shining directly overhead at 12 noon. I wonder if you all know that. But you'll figure it out, right? Generally, I was talking last evening or last morning, I should say.
Anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it are called, take it.
Because you know Eric when I get back in.
Yeah. Hello, good day.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What a beautiful program. I love this program this morning. What I want to find out. And Egyptians was played too?
Was what?
Indians, Egyptians. Egyptians was played and them get over the border.
Right.
Indians but then just sleep. And them get over the border and they build nothing in Trinidad, they build themselves, they build big nice buildings, all kind of things. What's keeping the African from moving on and living in that mental slavery attitude and sticking in that? Is them must blame themselves. Everybody else was slave and everybody will move that border and get away from that border.
All right, cool.
It's only the Africans like Egypt, They swallow it and like they're afraid to shut it. I don't know what happened to them. And happy Emancipation Day to the people and to the African people and the Indian people and the whole world. Happy Emancipation Day. Have a blessed day.
Yeah, caller, thank you. Yeah. Go ahead, X.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about my experience when I went home the day. The person said to me, you have to kind of look at things differently because where I used to work is not when you get to that point where you okay, let's put it this way: Shell, BP, Enron, Wood Group, well not Wood Group, but a couple of international conglomerates, right? We had Shell, we had BP, we had all the big players, right? They are of a different standard when it comes to work ethic and how they operate, right? It have no politics in that, right? And what you were saying is that in the no politics in inside of it, you would find that competencies and how things supposed to run, it will run. The only politics you will get is like the internal politics of how it would operate, right? But like the politics of the day of the Indian people being hired against the Negro people being hired and Bacchanal by so and that PNM government, so Negro people being hired, if the Indian government, Indian people being hired, wherever. And he was saying with Newman George and all these players, right, at that level, that the local, after getting rid of Petrotrin and whatever, they would have had Paria, Heritage, all the different pieces. And the political element would step in. And he thinks that, well, but generally, right, it would be a thought process that the politics got in. So the politics would bring in our friend and this one and that one and wherever. And it would not be as rigid as it should be of an international conglomerate.
Okay, then. We have
Right.
a WhatsApp caller. WhatsApp caller.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good day.
Mr. X and we, I just want to ask two little questions. How could a person's identity be known? By the country he born in or by the where his ancestors come from?
The country he born in?
Okay. Right? So, because sometimes your ancestors could come from Africa, but their family ain't born in Africa, you know. As how Mr. X was saying, with Portuguese family and all kind of thing, right? So you could born in Portugal and end up in Africa, and then your child come down to Trinidad. So what you is? No, the other thing.
Well, I said what I am. I am a Trinidadian.
Exactly
as far as I know.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to the next thing. I'm not talking about name. Why you shouldn't be named? You can say Watu Cecil or Umalungo, something to be African. But I want him to know if he ever hear the Indian cricket team name. Let me get the Indian cricket team name presently now and put it to the Indian name in Trinidad.
Morally Taran.
And see if it's the same kind of name.
Morally Taran.
No, it's not.
Okay, so I put my thing to rest. I'm a born Trinidadian, just like Mr. X, and I am moving from that.
And me
Thank
too.
you, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Right. So you were saying that the politics would come now. And
No. When he said it to me, I was like taken aback because I was like, yeah, but offshore in itself has a certain level of inherent risk. I'm not supposed to have no partner, no
And no
friend.
friend thing in it.
And
But
no, it's
that-
either
but-
competent, you're qualified and competent or not.
But according to David Rudder, in this country, 1 and 1 means 11. That's the culture with we.
Well, yes, because so I was like taken aback at what he said to me, and I was like, yeah, boy, you're really making some sense there. Because and that would be contributory to the accident that took place with the 4 divers.
Okay. Hold on, we are Barco here.
Hello, good day.
Good morning, Barco.
Bless emancipation to you guys. Call me anything, just don't call me PNM.
Gentlemen.
Or collect.
Or collect.
Or collect. Well, I could take a collect now and then.
Right.
Yeah. If it's an emergency. Let me tell you, plenty people is use things in a different perspective. Now, we can't get rid of history. And history is very, very important and integral in our lives. Every single day we live, that day is history when the next day comes. And we could go ahead using history in an optimistic way, or we can, like the majority of our population, be pessimistic on the way we think and only look back at those period and all these kind of things, and keep us down with propaganda and hatred and this kind of anger and ignorance. And while some people use it and look at it in a pessimistic viewpoint, others look at it at an optimistic viewpoint and move forward. Look, we have one of the most segregated places in the world in the early America. We had a president who was of African descent. Now, and then we still have people in high places that just go with our narrative of, the oppression and thing. Yes, the oppression is there, but that really don't form no such a big way in preventing you from becoming who you could be, because every single Trinidadian that was born in Trinidad and Tobago have the opportunity of education and to move forward. The opportunities are there. If you don't want to make the sacrifices, that's up to you. Don't blame others for when they advance and you remain there, and then you use the pessimistic viewpoint of your past to try to justify where you are today. And that's the biggest problem that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, look me, I'm an East Indian, right? Nothing about my indentureship past, I want to introduce it in my present-day family structure. Because, yes, there's good things about the struggles and things of indentureship, but the family structure was bad. Men oppress and treat their wives like there was nothing. The alcohol played a big role in every single thing. The womanizing was, so every single thing, a lot of the family structure of indentured laborship was at hard work, illiteracy, everything. Now, if I want to hold on to that past and bring it into my modern day, raising my children and thing, you know what I will be doing? Quarreling and complaining every single day and messing up my good life that I struggle to build in this time. That don't mean to say I ain't going to respect and look back at it and say, okay, fine, this is where I came from. And, we appreciate that move that these people make. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Even our prayers, our worship, when they were having prayers and in long time, everything was in Hindi. So it would have about 5 old people, parents and things sitting around doing their prayers, and everybody else would be outside playing and waiting for food to done, and that's how it was. Now, they restructure that where people now doing it in more English, explaining the rituals and everything, and it has become more acceptable. So we don't have ignorant people talking about idol and worshiping this and that and all this kind of stupidness. Because a lot of things, you have to use the past to better your future and to always keep moving forward. If you want to dig that grave and remain inside there and keep on trying to climb out, and you just, every time you put your hand on top, you have people influencing it and pulling you down. You have to break that shackle. You have to get out of it. Otherwise, you'll be going on. And next 10 years, your generation that you created, that you could break that cycle and make a difference, you would remain right there and all will be in that same position. So somewhere along that line, look, my old man, that he was a good father, but as a husband, I try my best to not to be like my father, because that man was a womanizer, he's a gambler, he beat my mother and all this kind of thing, and I had plenty, like 90% of his behavior is in me. Being your last son, you always worship your father. And at that time, you didn't realize the kind of demon
you worshiping and idolizing. That don't say I didn't love my father and worship him and all this kind of thing. But his lifestyle and his behavior, the amount of problems I had in like the first 10 years of my marriage and thing, trying to break that cycle. And you know what the worst thing that could ever happen in my marriage? Well, not the worst thing, but the most destructive element is that I have 2 daughters. And when them growing up in that home and seeing the kind of behavior that I disposing and thing, you know, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I was such a demon that growing up and having 2 daughters looking at me and hearing me cussing and drinking and running home and not gambling and don't care nothing and thing. And is you know, when you sit down now and you reflect and you say, hey, what the hell really going on with you, boy? Like you're stupid, you have a good thing going, you have a nice family, you have a nice children, brilliant and all this kind of thing. You cannot be like your father. And sometimes you got to come back and you know, you got to jump back and you got to slip and thing. But every single day, I just have to remind myself, hey, I cannot be like that. I had to break that cycle because now my daughters, them it's like 25, one is a doctor, one doing law. And you want to sit back now and be proud that your children could bring their grandchildren and leave them by you, say they're going by grandpa, you could teach them something. You don't want your daughters bringing your grandchildren and your cousin level, your pelting and all this kind of thing. You understand? So like I go back to my point, we can use our history and we could use our past in an optimistic way to better ourselves and to improve our lifestyle and look for a better future. Or we could continue with the same mentality that we have in Trinidad and Tobago and be pessimistic about it, look to blame others and create that anger and hatred and ignorance in our society. Again, fellas, bless Emancipation Day. I hope that, you know, things work out better for the African community in our country. And we know one of the major factors that contributed to that. Like I say, call me anything, don't call me PNM. Have a good morning. Take care.
Okay.
All right.
I hope to get Eric on the line because I know Eric wanted to give his contribution.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah,
All right,
Eric.
morning.
I have a question to ask Mr. X.
Eric, who is Eric? No.
No, they're not Eric.
Go ahead.
My grandmother was born in Goa. At that time, Portugal was running Goa. What she is?
I don't understand that. I don't understand the question.
Like if you're born in Africa, you're African.
Well,
If you're born in Goa when Portugal was running Goa, what is your status?
I'm guessing he's Portuguese.
But you're born in India, Goa.
We're saying.
Hold on. You're born in. Okay, Portuguese was running India, you're saying at that time?
No, at Goa.
Yeah, get to your point. Make your point now, please.
He's trying to figure out what ethnicity.
Don't try to give
a question a while ago, and I wanted to know because my grandmother came from Goa.
Okay.
Right, well,
if Goa is what, African country?
No, it's India. It's India where Portugal.
Well, right, well, she's an Indian.
She's an Indian. What's the problem?
No, it's not a problem. I just want to know now.
Okay, then. Thanks, caller. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, some ancestry tree or something.
Good morning.
Hey, I press the right button.
Me and Mr. X.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to start my contribution by telling a story I may have told before.
We listen.
There is a cricketer from Trinidad, domiciled in the region of Cuba. He got on the West Indies cricket team. His name was Black. He was a fast bowler. I would consider him to be, like me, of African stock. Going on the tour of Australia, they decided to visit a watering hole. They met some hooligans who took these 2 black men outside in the alley and they showed them what it is to be to come inside of the pub. They were properly well bruised, beaten, and battered. When Black was interviewed, he said he understood that the people in that pub mistook him for an African. They did not know he was from Trinidad in the Caribbean because they don't like Africans at all. And that is why they brutalize him.
Okay.
So you see, what I want to tell you, Mr. X and Obi, regardless from where you come from, once you are what they conventionally call a black man, you are an African. You see,
You can't be
at the end of the day, I cannot deny my ethnicity. That is who I am. But at the end of the day, so I ask a question, why Eric don't change his name to an African name? So the answer is, sadly, I don't know my name. I don't know my name.
Eric, for emancipation, you smoke something, or Eric? I find you real happy this morning.
You smoke a kosher.
The scientists are going to help us with that because DNA has been able to narrow down people to certain region of Africa and all of that. And we get an idea later on, we might be able to find our name, but I don't know my name. So I have to carry the name that was given to me. So at the end of the day, I just want to make it very, very, very clear that when we talk about the black man, the African, once you have kinky, curly hair like me, like a little spring, whatever you want to call it, once you originated in Africa, you are an African. Don't forget that.
No, but Eric, hold on. We got to engage something here, Eric. I ain't letting you get off my fish line so easy. So Eric, in this case, right? Here, hold your mouth. My dad was a Grenadian, right? But I was born in Trinidad. Am I an African?
He's not a Grenadian. You know, there's an interview that Kwame Ture did before he passed.
You watch his Human Genome.
It's on YouTube.
You look at the Human Genome Project. Did you look at that by chance? Did you look at the Human Genome Project by chance?
No, I have not. Right? But listen, there's an interview that Kwame Ture did. And while he was in the interview, there was another guy by the side of him who was an entrepreneur from Jamaica, and they were all in Florida in the USA. And the other guy was saying, well, I'm a Jamaican. He said, no, you're an African.
Eric, I feel Eric can some emancipation.
You smoke a kush today. You smoke a kush today.
You smoke individual in the United States of America. Just like there are those who refer to themselves as Irish American, Italian American, they refer to themselves as Afro American.
Yeah, but hold on, Eric. Let me tell you why I can't agree with you 100% with that, right? Hold on.
Yes.
When Stark went to England, Stark found out rapidly that the African, the pure blood Africans, the Nigerians and whoever, didn't mingle with Caribbean people. They called us Caribbean slave baby. Yes. And Stark literally got an opportunity where Stark was able to capture them actually saying it to him. And he said he learned immediately that he had to mingle with people of the Caribbean, whether they be black or Indian, right? So what I'm saying is this. Right, so what I'm saying is this, Eric.
Yes.
Africans don't identify us as Africans. So how you can say I is African?
Well, they are wrong. You think they're right?
So you say the man from Africa wrong for identifying me as a non-African?
It's over 200 languages Africa have, you know.
If it's African and Indian, in England, father caught my father and sold him to a slave ship for 2 beats or whatever it was they gave him at that point in time. Die my fault?
I was born a Trinidadian, a proud Trinidadian, and that's it. Full stop. No African talk. No African talk. I don't have time with that loose talk.
Eric, well after you. You come good.
I don't have time with that loose talk.
YouTube are going to send it to you.
Okay then, no problem. No problem. Thanks. Sorry, Eric, I cut you off. You can call back.
You're trying to sell me a dream.
Eric, what's that? He listen.
You know, you come by me with them kind of dirty talk, boy. You serious, boy?
And people just want to get.
And he say that with a straight face.
Yes, and people just want to say, oh, I know everybody want me to unban him from my show. I have no beef with Eric. I just want Eric to apologize for that Kobe Marcel thing. But I can debate him, and that's what I told him. But you have to admit he knows how to sell it thing.
We know to sell it with who he want to sell it for. You can't sell that by me.
Because you cannot convince me.
I am a Trinidadian.
Okay, we have a WhatsApp caller.
I don't know what you're talking about. I should have done the stock me nothing that.
WhatsApp caller, good morning.
Morning. I don't know more Africa. I went to Africa once. I don't know more Africa really.
Other than the sun hot and the shine over there at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, that's all I show about. The sun hot and it'll shine down at 12 o'clock exactly directly overhead. Don't care where you are in the world. Hello, good day.
Caller, good
Yeah,
morning.
morning, fellas.
Yeah.
So, I am no African. I might have descendants from it, but I am not an African. Understand, man? So this thing when they're coming back with, oh, we's African, they will laugh in we face. You understand? Like when they say they will laugh in our face, we are not African. And I would like to also make a correction of what you are saying. We are not Trinidadians, we are Trinbagonians.
Well,
And
same
when
thing.
we start recognizing this, then we will start to move forward.
True.
All right, fellas, so that's my contribution for this one.
Okay then. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Caller, good morning.
I guess one chap, right? One chappy
Morning,
guy.
sir.
Yeah,
Hello,
good
day.
morning.
So, who is the Jamaican?
Who is Jamaican?
Who is the Grenadian? who is the Vincent? And I would like to know who is the Trinidadian?
No, all of them in African. All of them in African. All of them in African.
All of them is African.
All of them is African.
And listen, not only that, because all of us are Africans, we should go back to Africa and say we what we cut. We should go back and say we what we cut.
That's a very shallow interpretation of where we are as a people.
Yeah.
I ain't look
What's
for
up,
it,
caller?
Eric.
Good
I ain't look for
morning.
it. I look for it, you know.
What's up, caller? Good morning.
Morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Enjoying this talk, man.
Yeah, he make me laugh this morning. He come good.
So let me ask Eric a question, right? Indian were born in Africa, right? The country or the continent of Africa. Whether it's African or there is an Indian. What's in that?
Ask him. Ask him. I see what you say.
I'm not only that. I'm not only that. Let me train Aaron. And the mother is an Indian and the father is an African. What is?
Well, this is what I'm going to tell you. Right? My father used to make a joke. Right? We put in our boat. One for Syria, one for China, one for Africa, one for India. Right? And we put in one for America in the port of Spain. And we telling everybody to go back to their country. Where we sending X? Which boat we putting X on?
I go in any half boat. The half. The boat in between both of them, I go in on that boat.
You're going to the An.
Yeah, the An boat.
Yes, boy, all your boy.
We go there at the end of the day. We have Indo descendants and we have African descendants. Sometimes we could look. Listen, if you see my family, you going to go crazy because here you see that whole family together. You know who is Indian, who is African, and who is Chinese, who is English, who is German. Here we're going on. You're going to go crazy because you know how to identify somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know who is family and who is who.
All right, cool.
All right,
Thanks, yeah, man.
only about I see.
Right, let me draw this example, right? To bring this down. Give me that call.
No.
All right. If a woman gets pregnant, right, in Trinidad.
What's up, caller? Hold on. Go
she
ahead.
gets let them talk.
No, go ahead. I just do it so they know that. Go ahead.
All right. If a woman gets pregnant in Trinidad and she takes a flight closer to 7 months, goes foreign, makes a child. Don't care where she worked, where she made that child is where it is considered the birthplace
of the child
of that individual. So that child becomes an American citizen.
No,
it is
no.
not. It could live here all the life.
Right, but I want to tell people right now under Donald Trump, if you try that, he's sending you and the American child back to that. So don't try that. But go ahead.
Yeah, but so long as you get a certificate,
yes,
a birth certificate that you were born in America,
you're an American.
You're an American citizen.
Talk that.
You're not a Trinidadian.
Nothing.
You are not nothing. You're a Trinidadian. You're an American citizen. And they have rules when you make an American child.
Yes.
You
can't even come back here and leave the child down here for too long. All kind of thing.
Yeah. You have to out there to get the documents and 6 months and whatever. Don't care where you reside, you are an American. Because if something happened to you, you are concerning America, not Trinidad.
True.
You could stay there 3 days. and come back home here in Trinidadian, you are not a Trinidadian. You are an American. And an African American at it.
Yep.
Because you look the part, basically.
You look the part, yeah.
But generally, you're an American.
Talk done. What's up, caller?
Yes. Morning, people. I have a simple question. If a man get bounced down and he have no ID, and he got ID on him,
He's of African descent.
People?
He's of African descent.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean he's from Africa.
I thought they would recognize him as a man from Trinidad.
Well, but that is what they would say. A man from Trinidad and Tobago of African descent got hit by a vehicle.
Of African descent,
African still is the word. It's nothing about Trinidad. African coming still. You must put African.
Nobody don't have to say African. They could say a black man was of Trinidad and Tobago was bounced down on the bus shoot. They could.
Listen.
African descent is a color, you know. African descent is a color, a description of a genome that you describe somebody as.
Listen, the mayor of NYC, you know they pronounce you know they have he as a man from Africa. He born in Africa. He's a African, you know.
Yeah, an African American. What's the problem?
Oh, he's an African.
He's an African American.
He ain't born here.
He's an African American.
How come?
That's how they would explain it. On our form, where does see? You don't see Africa, you don't see African, you don't see Indian, you don't see come down, man. Stop trying with semantics with me now. Don't do with that now. Don't do with that.
Man,
this ABC thing you're trying to put me down here. Don't do with that. Don't do with that.
Man, then he can run for president, you know.
What is that?
He can't run for president.
Why he can't run for president? He has
He ain't born here. He ain't born in America.
Yes, but you would have American citizenship that you can gain.
He could only run for mayor, a senator, and all that.
Why?
He can't be a president.
Why?
That's what the law says. Look it up and see that.
I don't really know about the presidency thing, but
We American callers. Call in quick and clear up that for we. Okay then, caller. Thanks. Caller, good morning.
Gentlemen, morning again. I can identify something mysterious caller say about the mayor that can run for president. That is something happened with Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger wasn't born in America, even though he
born in
has
Austria.
citizenship, so he cannot be he cannot run for president.
Right, well, he was born in Austria, yeah.
But I can tell you something. Well, if I hear about a comedian named Aries Spears.
Yeah, Aries Spears, yeah.
Watch what Aries Spears say about when the Africans from Africa come to America, how did they treat black Americans as opposed to how they treat white Americans. Same thing always in this nowadays. They just don't like them.
Yeah. I tell you that.
So yeah, man.
Okay then, caller. Thanks. What's up, caller? Good morning.
Yeah, morning, boss.
Morning.
Mr. Smart. I say something that's now by putting these ships and telling people which one you will go on, right? Which one the Indian go, which one the African go.
I go in the middle.
But what if you take the same ship?
Uh-huh.
What if you take the same ships that people quarrel about as African and as Indian, and you tell them, which one of these ships do they want to go on and go back home? Go on the African ship and go back home. You go back India. You sure all of them jump in the American ship if they have a choice.
All the what?
You understand? So
everybody
going to go on the
if it
American
had 3
ship,
ships, right?
Yeah.
To go back and they tell each ship go back to the country. We will jump off our ship and go on the American ship because none of we going back home.
Come now, man.
So nobody can go in there.
Come now, man.
No, I agree with him. I agree with him because half of them would just be sick. Let me tell you something.
I am a proud
Listen.
Yeah, hear this now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yesterday, I was talking about something. I can bring it up.
Yeah, go ahead, quick.
I was talking about the amount of money that the PNM leaves this government, the loans that they have, right? To pay back. Listen to me, small. Listen to me. why when it have elections, right? You know everything that's going on. The both parties telling everything that's going on. Well, okay, UNC in power now, and we know that what happened in the past 10 years. Now, a lot of people support the UNC, and I know now a lot of people bad talking the UNC because they're saying that we ain't getting this and we ain't getting that, they ain't fixing the road. Why they don't put something up every week on the media, like how they was doing for election, to show people, hey, we're trying, but we have these things to do.
Boy, I can't
You
understand.
understand? Because you're hearing the news, listen, you're hearing things in the media, but not as much as when you hear it for election. Because plenty people are talking, look, even the people who are the 10%, they ain't getting no money. Come out and say something about that. People looking for the bush cutting, people looking for the road fixing. Come out and show people where things gone bad and we have to try to fix, but we will do some, Don't hide and just don't say nothing. Do it like when you was campaigning. Put out things every week so people can understand.
They choose not to, so I don't know. I don't know the communication strategy with the government, to be honest. I don't have a clue.
Well, you understand what I say, right? Because a lot of people who vote for them, they're bad talking them now. And a lot of people who support them, they're bad talking them because they're telling them nothing happening. But you must make it, gotta open people's eyes. Because if you watch what you know. When people they ask certain people some things, who's the prime minister? Some people don't even know who's the prime minister.
Yeah. Well, this is what I was now going to correct you on, caller. The government is putting out stuff. They putting out. You see, a lot of people don't follow government pages. They only follow social media creators pages and the news. But if you follow most of the government pages, the MPs pages, you see them constantly putting out work where they were, where they cut grass, where they do this, where they think. That is where we just be getting the information to talk about. But when you go on the average government page and look, there are very, very little people in the comment section liking the post or anything because most of them don't follow government pages. They don't.
I know they have a lot of stuff that they put out. But what I'm saying is, when it's election time, you see it every minute of the day. Do something. Put it out so people can understand.
They're not doing it.
A lot of people don't have. A lot of people don't go in social media. They listen to what other people tell them.
Okay, caller. We'll take it. We'll definitely take it into consideration. But yeah, we back to the main topic. Caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning. Both of them want to line up to go to a country they will never reach. Think about it. Think about reaching Trinidad and Tobago. And here, Africa will come from Africa, so they come back to Trinidad and Tobago. And the Indian will come back from another from to Trinidad. We will get upset. We don't want to sink that boat. So imagine them here that boat come and talk more people African and Indian. The boat will never reach. So make sure them both sink.
Oh God. Okay then, caller. Thank you.
The African Indians now, they will sink that boat.
Wow.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, it come like long time when I used to hear reggae artists singing, Mother Africa, take me back to Africa. I want to go to Africa. And I sit down and I watch documentaries of men catching and nenen in Africa. And I always used to joke and say, well, okay, if that is how you feel, let me put you back there. It come like the same thing with Hassan Piker, right? That is, he is far left. Hassan always want to talk about Palestine war and he does use it conveniently to promote his narrative, right, X? And I've always said, if you so believe in your Palestine cause, let me drop you there. If you so believe in your thing, I find we should have something in the laws that if you support a certain place and you believe in it and you believe that your nation is persecuting this place, like for all who had a problem with what was going on with Venezuela and us, I find we must be able to pick them up and send them there to live. What do you think, X?
To be honest.
Yeah, because if you so believe you're an African, then go. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
Hear this now. So in Colombia, Chile, Brazil, do we call them South American? Or do you refer to them as a Brazilian, Argentine, right? Okay, then. We have 8 continents. The
the only place, but two places they would say, we say like Australia. You call everybody there Australian. Africa is a continent made out of several different countries. And, well, you should know, because Dr. Morgan Job in his early days working with the UN and then Skippy by extension, when they went to Africa, you don't call a Nigerian an African, a Kenyan an African. You refer to them by their
the nationality.
Yes. I mean, people, you put some sense in this now. A country is a country and a continent is a continent. Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I tell you, it's delusional. What's up, caller? Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
So, Mam Danny cannot be president because he wasn't born there. And even if he's a naturalized U.S. citizen, he still cannot hold the office. He has to be born in the United States. That's why Arnold Schwarzenegger could not have been president because he was naturalized. I am naturalized too, but I cannot run for president. I have to be born in this country.
Okay, then. Thank you, caller, for clearing that up first. Yeah, and I agree with it, man. It's a certain level of delusion they're on. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Obi.
Good morning.
Yeah, I listen to the discourse there right now concerning to the African, wherever it is. But you know something right now I want to put in the mix? Do you know that I playing a lot of AI music on my car right now? And I'm very popular in the community. Where people just want to know, where you get that music from? Where you get that music from? How much so good? And, you know, to get that music on YouTube, all I have to do is type in Africa Still Waiting. And all that music right there. All that AI music right there. And people, it's been hidden. I don't know why they put it there, but it's there. You understand? So we history and all these different things had to be taught to us more fair and honest, because I tell you, the music is catching the public. I don't know if you display it here. That's the AI music, the gospel, the conscious, the foundation, all of that. They have it in AI now, but they put it under the banner of Africa Still Waiting. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay then, caller. Caller, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning, Obi.
Morning.
I born in South.
Yeah.
So you're Southian? You're not Southian now?
I born 41 for the studies politics. And I bring over in the 70s when Gavaskar came to Trinidad to play West Indies. The over to further them Indians and then come to support India. And you know Gavaskar come out the bat and they come out the and them are made see. They want to know who these people supporting me. Them to India, and they Trinidad, they come to play West Indies, you know. Them never come to see. Yeah, and there was amazed to see India supporting me. And there was none that. Because Gavaskar is India, then different, you know. So the them is Trinidadians, not Indian. We are Africans and Trinidadians. All right?
Okay then. And people with that, we're going to have... let me take this one quick before we go to... Yes, caller, good morning.
Obi, really makes sense out right now, right? You really think Eric going and jump on a boat to go across the one on the African continent
and
right?
stay?
To have men with spears and machete running heat on all over the place in Africa? You really think so, right?
You might go with the PNM open up party day. Okay, callers, and with that, we are going to a quick break and we will be back shortly.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact Tech to request a temporary disconnection. When driving tall vehicles, ensure they do not exceed 15 feet. Do not lift lines to allow vehicles to pass. When carrying out underground works, contact Tech's area offices to ensure there are no underground conductors and cables before digging. At Tech, safety is our priority. Tech, the power to make it work.
Yeah, well, yes, this program was brought to you via Tech, 80 years of power, past, present, and future.
The winning numbers in the National Lottery online draws for Friday, 31st July 2026 at 10:30 a.m. Playway the number 29, Opium Man, Mega Ball called. Playway jackpot numbers 13, 2, 6, 18, and 16 in any order. Pick 2 the numbers 12 and 28 in that order, Mega Ball called. Pick 4 the numbers 5, 3, 7, and 5 in that order.
All right, people, we're back inside and coming down to the end of the program. It's now 11:50. Just a couple more minutes again, and we are we are having a word semantics display by TNT. A word semantics display. I will make it very clear. I am a Trinidadian, a Trinbagonian, right? Until Tobago secedes, I am a Trinbagonian. And I'm free to go wherever the hell I want to go, when I want to go, right? I cannot speak for anybody else. I am a black man, basically, but, you know, don't send me down that road now. Don't send me down that road. Don't do with that. Don't do with that. You know what I mean? Only come up with some kind of weird stuff, boy. I don't understand. We don't have voice note there? We're supposed to have voice note there. I'm almost sure of that.
We now get one.
You now get one? Well,
yeah,
play,
one
play.
now coming. Wait, but we have a WhatsApp call coming in first. I go confuse it. So let me take the call quick. Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I wanted on the topic. Expressing is a black man. I want them to define a black man.
Want me to define a black man? Why must I define a black man?
You describing yourself as a black man.
I'm a black man. What's the problem? I ain't green. I'm black.
If you're describing to somebody else.
If I describe
it have black Chinese, it have black Indian.
I am a black Trinbagonian. Talk done. What else you want to know? What else you want to know?
All right.
I don't understand what you're selling me. We're selling me. It have Indian people that are black too?
For why identity black?
What's that? I am a black Trinbagonian. That's what I am. What else I will be?
No, why you using the black?
Why are you using the black? Because my skin hue is black.
So our Chinese in Trinidad who dark? He's a black Trinidadian.
All right, okay. He's a black Trinidadian.
All
right, let me hear you now.
All right, cool. That's what I wanted to find out.
You just choppy, yes?
I'm taking our call back if it's anything.
Yeah, do that. Hey.
Caller, good day.
Where you see a black Trinidadian? Where you see a black Chinese?
Okay, we lost that one.
You might see a Kalalu, where you would never see a black Chinese in Trinidad.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I think we are all of African descendants and of East Indian descendants.
Oh, God, boy. What are you cutting up the voice note for? Okay. Caller, good day.
Yeah, so you know about 2 calls down, a man hit the nail on the head. All them Indian and African going and jump on the American ship.
But I said that.
You understand? And here what happening? That fella, I keep telling people we just confuse the police because when we have crime in Trinidad and a black Indian man commit the crime, right? And he going in the police station, he can't say he black. You understand? Because the police want to know now if he's African. So we had to stop. You know when we as Caribbean people.
There's a difference between race. There's a difference between race.
Right?
Oh God.
You know when we go to America, right? From the time them watch me and we open our mouth and we talk, all are we black? They don't consider none of we Americans or Trinidad, all are we black. And when you go to America, you just find that all the Caribbean people, whether you're from Guyana, you're from Grenada, wherever you're from, they have a tendency to gravitate to one another because here's what's happening. And here they care about if it's from African descent, if it's from Indian descent, what Chinese descent, whatever. Here happening. Even the white from Trinidad and Tobago, them who like to feel they're white, when they reach in America, they're black. You heard us that? So we had to stop fooling ourselves with this set of nonsense we just be talking, right? We had to stop this. We had to get rid of them holidays, boy. Otherwise, what's happening? We had to give the Chinese a holiday. We had to give the Syrian a holiday. We had to give everybody else a holiday too. And then we go really have the country with the most amount of holiday in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, then, caller.
You got to write out all them holiday and make them working days.
Okay, then, caller.
And you will see how much production we will get.
Okay, then, caller.
Anyhow, fellas, only have a nice day and enjoy all your emancipation.
Okay. Right,
And I just asking a question. I am most somebody that be saying a black man is African. A black man could either be of East Indian or of African descent is a black man, because there are a lot of black East Indian people. And also, I don't know, I could be wrong.
So wait now, good day, fellas. Mr. X, I don't know your colleague there, I forget your name. What you're trying to tell Trinidad and Tobago here is that he believes in killing women, babies, and...
What? God, boy, let's try, boy. Let's try. Make it quick, because we had to play this voice note and we are at the top of the hour. Go ahead.
All right. So, I look at things a little different, right? Now, I understand why you said all what you said this morning. I didn't listen to the whole program. I just thought I'm glad I get you. The last thing I heard is the guy who was talking about the way how the colonial masters affected the mind, right? I look at it like this, right?
Yeah, look at the Jersey.
Oh, well, now the call coming in. I have to go. I have to go. Sorry.
Thanks. Good.
So wait now, good day, fellas. Mr. X, I don't know your colleague there, I forget your name. What you're trying to tell Trinidad and Tobago here is that he believes in killing women, babies, and children and things. He believes in genocide. That's what you're trying to tell us? I just asking that question here.
How you come up with that?
Listen, brother,
Don't answer. Just tell us how you come up with that. We'll respond to you when you do. Right? Because I don't understand what's the link with what you're saying.
Hold something.
So leave it for now.
Hold something. Yeah, just hold something. Don't feel because I'm on this show all they can't get. Hold something. So people, we are the top of the hour here.
You guys have minds, have a genius of expressing the obvious, so stop walk around your tongue with your blinkers on and just mirror into a post. Have a good day, TNT, and mind your business.
Right. Make a better version of yourself every day, and remember, you cannot become a first world nation with a third world mentality. We out.
Hard questions, honest answers, real conversations from the ground up. If you want to know what's really happening, don't miss the Ground Report. Weekday mornings on Talk City 91.1.
Gal move like a country waist. Gal move like a country waist. Gal move like a country waist. Country waist. Now, baby, why you do that? Do that, gal. Yan on your knees, better.
This is Talk City 91.1. From the streets to the parliament to your workplace, this is the conversation Trinidad and Tobago is talking about. Talk City 91.1 FM, the nation's #1 talk radio station.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for bacchanal, 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 bacchanal. I'm ready for it. Bacchanal, 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 bacchanal. Hello and greetings. First time we meeting. I hope you're not leaving. Just stay a little bit. I'll keep it formal. Please just act normal. I grew up in the house of Bacchanal, and this foot is mine.
The U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee has held a nomination hearing for several diplomatic appointments, including the next U.S. ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago. President Donald Trump has nominated Trinidad-born Jennifer Johnson Carroll, a former Florida lieutenant governor, for the post. If confirmed by the Senate, Johnson Carroll, who is originally from Aruca, will become the first Trinidad and Tobago-born woman to serve as U.S. ambassador to TNT. Speaking before the committee, Mrs. Johnson Carroll described the relationship between the United States and Trinidad and Tobago as strong, saying ties between the two countries are in a very good place at this time.
Right now, the United States is experiencing a good relationship with the country of Trinidad and Tobago in that they've been very supportive of the Caribbean Basin Initiative, security initiatives, such that they recognize that they do have a porous border and we do need some resources, or they need some resources in order to curtail against illicit human trafficking.
She noted that opinions are becoming more aligned on the issue of oil and gas exploration, reflecting broader support for developing these natural resources.
And the United States is committed to moving forward with a license that has been accepted for a sector in the Caribbean area between Venezuela and Trinidad to help the country explore for additional resources, which will also help the United States in its efforts to increase direct support for business opportunities.
The American Chamber of Commerce says the nomination highlights the achievements and growing influence of the Trinidad and Tobago diaspora on the international stage. With Emancipation Day being observed tomorrow, we pause to remember the liberation of enslaved Africans in Trinidad and Tobago and reflect on the lasting legacy they have left on the country's identity and heritage. However, Executive Chair of the Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, Zakia Uzoma Wadada, emphasizes that true liberation remains an ongoing journey and that the process is not yet complete.
Where you work, what you are able to do, how you are educated so that you can prepare yourself, what are the structures in place that allow you to grow, maybe if you want to go in business. You see, so none of those things were considered as part of that full emancipation process. A lot of them we had to fight for. We had to fight for free education. We know right here in Trinidad and Tobago, you had to fight to find your place in to be able to do certain jobs.
The executive chair of the ESCTT noted that even after emancipation, colonial authorities continue to exert influence over the structures that shaped Trinidad and Tobago society.
Now we have become a republic. Most of our structures, you know, how we deal with our prisons, how we deal with decision making, how we deal with governance, all of those things still form part of the colonial infrastructure. And therefore, for us and as Africans in the society, we realize that the continuation of the liberation